All images belong to Disney, and the song belongs to Tevin Campbell. Please watch and enjoy.
Or, I hope this works. How about science slumber parties? Hey! I'm not gonna get...
Some people settle for the typical thing, living all their lives waiting in the wings. It ain't a question of if, just a matter of time before I move to the front of the line. Once you're watching every movement I make, you gotta believe that I got what it takes to stand out. Somebody's the only thing you see. Gonna stand out. They know it's me.
A little smoke-age.
If I could make you stop and take a look at me instead of just there's nothing that I wouldn't do if it was getting you to notice. All I need is half a chance, a second thought, a second glance will prove I got whatever it takes. It's a piece of cake. To stand out.
Wow, who's that guy?
Somebody's the only thing you see. Gonna stand out.
Hey, it's the Goof Boy. We're busted.
Alright, so you saw a clip from a Goofy movie, probably one of my favorite Disney movies ever. It had Max on the front there, on the right, doing a lip-sync dance to a song by Powerline, who is played by Tevin Campbell, for Roxanne, the chick in the middle. Now, if you haven't seen this movie, you've been in a cave too long and you must go out and see it. It's a perfect movie. It's awesome. It's funny. It has, life lessons. It's got everything that a typical Disney movie has. At least ones from my youth when I was 10 and 13, not like the movies that kids have these days. Anyway, I had a pretty big complaint about the second movie, the Goofy movie 2, where Max is going to college. Max spends this first entire movie trying to impress Roxanne, and goes as far as almost getting expelled and almost ruining his relationship with his dad just to impress Roxanne. Now that's cool, it's dedication. It builds up comedy in certain ways that you won't otherwise get without that kind of plot. But in the second Goofy movie, she is nowhere to be seen. She is never mentioned. She's never talked about. Max never says, oh yeah, that one girl didn't work out between us, even though I risked my life and my dad's life, considering Goofy almost died in the other movie. I broke the law a couple times, and I, never mentions Roxanne ever again. While it may be a very weightless complaint, I still feel it should be mentioned. I mean, he spends the entire we as watchers spend the entire first movie ranting and rooting for Max to win the girl. He wins the girl, and then we watch the follow-up movie, and she is nowhere to be found. She's never talked about. Come on. It's just, if a guy puts that much effort into a woman, he doesn't forget about her that fast. I mean, we're not exactly the most humble of people anymore, us men folk, but if we put any kind of work into a conquest like that, there's a story or a pair of panties or a bra that we saved and have hung up on our wall. Something, even if it's really shallow, we have something that tells us we won. Another complaint is, I guess Disney felt that PJ was too fat to put on the cover, and I feel offended as a fellow fat person that the fat character is not represented on the front. We have his skinny cheeseaholic friend on the left there, played by Pauly Shore, probably his only good role ever. And we have no PJ. He's not in the car. He's not in the background. He's not climbing up a tree. PJ is closer friends with Max than... I forget his name already. Chester? I think his name is Chester. Anyway, PJ is closer friends with Max than this dude is. And he's not even featured on the front. Come on. We now go back to your regularly scheduled program. Please take a moment to study the diagram. There will be questions. Okay, so this is Lightning and her Crystarium. Crystarium is the level up system. If you notice on the right, she has 20,000 health, which is beautiful. I love that. Right below it, it has CP, which is at 0, meaning she's used all of her CP. She's in the Ravager tree, which is called the Blaster tree in Japanese. And that's basically the chain gauge increaser, the magician, if you will. Now, as you've been studying this diagram, you'll probably notice something with me. More hallways. Isn't that great? So, we'll start off at Aqua Strike. And if you move left, there's health plus 10. And if you move up, there's a strength increase node. And if you move to the right, there is an ability, and to the right again, there is a magic spot. Now, what you're saying to me here is, oh, there's a choice. There's a health node off to the right, and a line down to another magic node. Magic nodes are purple. And I say, nay, nay. This is not a choice. If you want good health, you take good health. Lightning is not a character that should have low health. She is a physical fighter as well as a magic fighter. Those are her best positions. Her strength comes from her being able to cast and use spell sword attacks, as well as her being able to physically strike enemies. And if you have a character that has low health... Oh, one thing I should mention, she is more often than not your main character, your leader character for most of the game. Many of the game sections, she's your leader character. If your leader character dies, you fail. When you fail, you start the fight over again. If you have more health, you have less chance of failing. Moving on. When you go into Hope's Crystarium, Hope is your best magic user in the game. I'll tell you this right now. If you want a magician, you better level up Hope. He is the best you're going to get. Vanille is great. Saz is great. Hope is better. Just so you know. Hope is the best mage in the game. Best mage, best medic, whatever. He's the best. Moving on. Hope gains, let's say, Arrow. Arrow, A-E-R-O. And Arrow moves on to HP plus 10, Strength plus 5, HP plus 30, Magic plus 15, and Strength plus 4, and then the roll level up. I cannot skip the Strength nodes. Strength is useless for Hope. He has a boomerang. Why would you want your best mage to use their boomerang? Magic doesn't cost any kind of magic points, no MP, you don't have to worry about that. All you have to worry about is health and changing your paradigms, which is your sets of character-specific skills, job classes if you will, the Ravager, the Commando, the Medic, so on and so forth. Hope has 0 use for strength, yet it's littered all over every single one of his nodes. And I'm sure if you worked at it, you could make Hope a great commando. I'm not sure if he gets that paradigm or not. But why would you want to? He's your best caster. He gets all the strongest spells. He gets magic out the butt. He has a weapon that increases his magic way higher than Lightning's 1715 here. And you want to make him a physical fighter? No, that's not how it works. At least not to me. I mean, you can defy me all you want, but I won't give a shit. My Hope will be better than yours because he's a caster and yours is a physical attacker. I mean, you're not going to get the strength to match Lightning or Fang or Saz or Snow. You know, they're your main physical fighters if you want them. Saz is more of a magician than a strength fighter, but he has more of a chance to becoming a physical fighter than Hope. So, more hallways. And it's kind of discouraging, and I'll have to wait until the next video to tell you why, because I'm running low on time. So, in the next time, I'll tell you why I'm discouraged with Final Fantasy XIII.